The idea of feminism, or even just equality, can have a lot of controversy behind it. Some people believe there's plenty of equality between men and women. However, women don't want equality, they want equity, which is defined as the equality of being fair and impartial, which equality is being treated exactly the same way. If I'm being honest, when starting this project, I was focusing on the idea of equality, but I did some more research and really, women want equity or fairness. There's some things that men do that women can't do the same way. And in turn, there are other things that women do that men can't do the same way. So equality would still be a disadvantage on both parts. The art featured in this exhibition is intended to bring awareness to the equity of women. Since the beginning of this project, I wanted to show how women are seen and how we would like to be seen, or some form of a contrast. The different pieces of art are very different from the next. Just like each individual woman, they all have their own personality, look, and purpose. The different pieces you'll be seeing will be installations or photos. The definition of feminism is the belief that men and women should have equal rights, or, by extension, organized activity in support of women's rights and interests. Throughout this exhibit, viewers will see different pieces by famous feminists who are or were artists. The start of this exhibition, we will start off with how women are being seen and how they feel. The first piece is titled Necklines by Lorna Simpson. This piece is multiple images of women's neckline, with added words to make her seem less human or even objectified. Lorna Simpson has had many similar pieces of women's bodies and added words to make them seem less human. This often show how women feel objectified. The next piece is called A Warm Summer Evening in 1863 by Kara Walker. Although a lot of her pieces are based around African American history, some of her pieces do have feminism bases. This piece is a silhouette tapestry. This is still primarily focused on African American history, but Kara Walker explores sexuality through many pieces of her art and intends on rewriting history to recognize herself. She explores violent history to bring awareness to even now not everyone is equal. A large installation piece named Cell 26 by Louise is a sculpture that is intended to reflect a woman who feels trapped in a prison cell and forced to look at her reflection to study herself. The figure hanging from the ceiling is the woman who fears losing herself. The piece is a strong example of how women feel about themselves sometimes. Moving on to pieces that highlight women's empowerment, Untitled Film Still Number 21 by Cindy Sherman is a photo she had taken from her film that was taken from an angle that is not often taken by photographers because it isn't known as flattering. By breaking this photography norm, Cindy Sherman intended to test the limits with what is normal for women as well. This next piece is also a photo, but it is a self-portrait named Self Portrait with Fried Eggs by Sarah Lucas. This image is often thought about when someone mentions feminism. This photo is the physical representation of the way British men sexualize women. She takes the photo in a pose that is not described as ladylike and calls out the harsh reality of how men view women. This final piece that is a part of this exhibition is an installation named The Dinner Party 1979 by Judy Chicago. This piece is a large triangular table that sits 39 people. These 39 people are mythical or historical women who are crucial to women's history. This piece has been called the first epic feminist artwork. Judy Chicago combines stereotypical skills of women such as sewing and stereotypical skills of men such as welding to make large installations such as this one. She breaks the norm of women art. Women have been seen as objects, scared little girls in history, or even felt trapped in today's society. However, the idea of the feminism movement is to treat women fairly, not to be scared to leave their homes at night, but to be treated like humans. That is what this exhibition was about. I wanted to show how women feel now and what we are trying to accomplish.